We implement React Singleton. It's pretty simple. We're just going to create a boilerplate class. Right? This would be a React class. Right? This is not a Java class. On the server side, this is a client-side class. Notice we're not going to import React. Right? It's just going to be a boilerplate, just plain old class. Right? It's not a React class. So export default class core service. And the way we're going to implement the singleton is that we're going to keep track of a static instance, right? That it's going to be initially null. The data can be encapsulated right here on the file for now, or using the JSON file that we provided as an example in the assignment. So it could live right here. That's fine. And then what we would do is that we would make a function available, a public function available to the rest of the world to get a hold of an instance, right? If you were doing this in Java, typically what you would do is that the constructor, you would make it private, so nobody could actually call a new on that Java class, right? Instead, it would have to go through a get instance function that you would make available, static public function. So it's the same technique that you would do in Java. Here we're making, this is a public static function. It checks to see if the variable is initially null. If it is null, then it creates the instance inside of the class, right, and updates the local instance, and then it returns the new instance. Subsequent calls to this get instance are not going to instantiate, right, because it's not going to be null anymore, right? You're going to have an actual instance. So everybody who calls this, it's always going to get the same exact instance, right? Whether it's the course list or the course editor, everybody's going to get the same instance. Make sense? All right, that's the whole point of a singleton. And also within this function, once you get an instance, you can start calling several functions, like be able to create a course, find a course, delete a course, update a course, find a course by ID. You would have to implement that each one of those, iterating over the array that is listed here. Yes, and we gave you that array. Right? We gave you an array. I think we gave you a JSON file that is linked in the assignment. Yes, use that array here, right? You're going to be pushing, deleting, updating into that array. Eventually, we're going in the next assignment, we're going to replace that array manipulation with actual data access to the server, right? Which you already know how to do almost, right? You already looked at that a little bit in the jQuery assignment, right? Using fetch, right? And if you feel comfortable with that and you feel confident, go ahead and start working on that. But for now, we're just going to be playing around with the array that we provided for you. Make sense? Everybody good? Okay. Then from within whenever you want to actually use the service, from either the course list or the module list or the tabs or from wherever component you want to access data, what you would do is that you would import the course service. You would ask for an instance. Right. Once you have an instance, you store it in a local variable, and then you can then use all the API that is within that service. Make sense? All right. So let's take a look at an example.